Hello everyone. My name is Jesselyn S. Jamunon, a kindergarten teacher of GSC Elementary School for the Arts. Now, I am currently studying at Ramon Magsaysay Memorial College's Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management. My task is to conduct an interview about their experiences, and I choose the topic about Deviant. My respondent will be Ma'am Dali Joy F. Linkob, who is my co-teacher at JSC Elementary School for the Arts. She is a grade 4 English teacher. She was a graduate of Master of Arts in Education, major in Educational Management last 2020 at Ramon Magsaysay Memorial Colleges. Now, she is pursuing his education in Doctor of Education, major in Educational Management at University of Mindanao. For question number 1, what is Deviant Act for you? And when can you say that deviance is a crime?
For me, a deviant act is one that breaks the socially accepted rules, norms, or expectations. I also see it as a misbehavior or rule-breaking behavior, which is also evident inside the classroom. We set our standard in our society or in school, and if one fails to uphold or follow such standards, he or she is manifesting deviant or unacceptable acts. More so, I believe that not all deviant acts can be considered as crimes. It only becomes a crime once the act itself violates the laws implemented in the society. Say, for instance, it would be a deviant act for Muslim society or Bangsamoro community if a Muslim woman would wear something revealing like swimsuit or miniskirts. However, in other culture, this act is acceptable. This is just deviant and not a criminal act. But if a woman violates the law by murdering someone, then she has committed a crime.
For question number 2, identify common deviant acts that the learners in your school usually manifest. Why did the learners do those acts? What made you label them as deviants?
Some of the common deviant acts manifested by learners in school are stealing, vandalism, and bullying. I believe that there are varied factors why some learners manifest unacceptable behavior in school. It could be environmental influences, peer pressure, or psychological factors. Say, for instance, if a learner grows in a society where he is exposed to a lot of deviant acts, it is likely that he will also commit one. If most of his friends are bullies, there is also a big possibility that he will also become a bully. Furthermore, what made me label them as deviant is when they do not follow the rules in the classroom and deviate in what is considered as good behavior or conduct.
I know that you are very familiar with the Maguad sibling incident. What was your reaction about that crime?
The Magwad siblings incident has surprised me because in the first place, I never expected that the murderer is the teenager. It was really shocking, saddening, and disturbing because even at a young age, a person can commit a heinous crime. I believe that the suspect had been exhibiting deviant acts since then, but was not given the right attention and intervention. And my heart breaks for the victims and the parents. I also feel a hint of anger and judgment towards the suspect and also her parents But at the same time, I am hopeful that justice will be served and that the suspect will be given the chance to correct her wrongdoings and someday become a just and law abiding citizen of the society.
As a teacher, what advice you can give to the learners in order for them not to commit deviant act or even a crime?
As a teacher, I always highlight the importance of teaching values, not only in edukasyon sa pagpapakatao or ESP classes, but also integrating them in other subjects. I also ensure that I serve as a good role model for my learners and instill in them the value of following the rules or laws. Of course, we have to walk the talk, and I always remind them the essence of morally acceptable manners and conduct, and that an acceptable behavior can only harm them and other people. As much as possible, I apply positive discipline and provide intervention to learners manifesting deviant acts. Most importantly, I remind them to avoid unhealthy influences in life, and if they struggle, they can seek for my support or advice. In addition, they must also learn the importance of respect, obedience, tolerance, and humanity, as these will enable them to become just and righteous members of the society.
Deviance happens when someone shows behavior that violates social norms or formally enacted rules. This can be happen across cultures. It is also a behavior that usually does not conform to norms and expectations. Deviance refers to the rule-breaking behavior of some kind which fails to conform to the norms and expectation of a particular society or social group. It is also closely related to the concept of crime, which is law-breaking behavior. Criminal behavior is usually deviant, but not all deviant behavior is criminal. According to Mamdali, a deviant act is one that breaks the socially accepted rules, norms, and expectations. A misbehavior or role breaking which is evident inside the classrooms. We set our standard in our society or in school, and if one fails to follow that standards, he or she is manifesting deviant or unacceptable act. In addition, according to her, not all deviant act can be considered as crime. It only becomes a crime when someone's act violates the law. The concept of deviance is more difficult to define than crime. Deviance includes both criminal and non-criminal acts, but it is quite difficult to know what member of any society or group actually regarded as deviant behavior. According to Downs and Rock in 2007, that ambiguity is the key of featured of rule breaking, as people are frequently unsure whether a particular episode is truly deviant or what deviant is. Their judgment will depend on the context, which is, of course, who the person is, what they know about them, and what their motives might be. Ma'am Dali said that as a teacher, we should highlight the importance of teaching values not only in teaching edukasyon sa pagpapakatao but also integrating in other subjects. We should be a role model to our learners and instilling them the value of following the rules and law, and apply a positive discipline and providing interventions to learners manifesting deviant act. Avoid unhealthy influences, and learners also can seek her advice when they are struggle. A learner should know the importance of respect, obedience, tolerance, and humanity that enables the learners to become just and righteous member of a society. As a teacher, we should manifest good behavior that our learners can follow. Ma'am Dali was right that we as a teacher a good role model. We are the mirror of our learners. Even in the way we wear our dress can be imitated by our learners. The way we speak, we move, everything they can see us will be followed by them. As a teacher, we inspire, motivate, encourage, and educate learners. Learners can be of any age from any background. We as educators all know that our learners seek our approval. They look up to us and take our opinion as truth. The expectation that we project onto our student affect their self-esteem and confidence. We must act and behave accordingly because we are the mirror of our student.